So Barry Bannon is the first one up today on the press conference tour, like we have every week. This is normally done. This actually the normal date it's done on. It kind of like, because of the whole situation with the game, it just changed a little bit. But let's speak about what Barry Bannon said. Hello and welcome to the video. I hope you are all doing well. I hope everyone is well and just warm, because it's bloody freezing at the minute. But Sheffield Wednesday press conference today, and we are starting with Barry Bannon. But before we start anything, like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. There is no roundup tonight. The roundup debrief will be Saturday night at 7 p.m. instead. Just give me more time to do stuff. But Bannon have been talking about the situation that happened at Hillsborough last Saturday. And he said, we can always do more. Whatever we've done up to this point is good, but nothing is working. So we need to do more as a community, as a country, as a world, really. We need to stop. We can always do more, and we have to keep going. There you go. Football for everyone. When these things happen, it's disgusting. Really, we probably need to do something stronger. We've done the knee, we've done the kick it out strike before game, and it's still happening. So whatever they decide to come up next, we will fully back the players of the club. And he said one of the extreme things they can do, and he said he would support this. If a player who is racially abused, like what happened at the weekend, at Hillsborough, decided to walk off, it's a team game, no doubt we will walk off altogether. Maybe going forward that could be written down at the go-to, that you have to walk off. There needs to be something in place there. These things can be confusing. It's happening to any of our players, or our players who are affected who wanted to walk off, we will all walk off. Although these incidents have happened, it's the first time it's happened when I've been on a pitch, and we are still new to this. He said about Palmer, I don't know if anyone spoke to him after the game. It was still relatively new in the heat of battle, so I don't know. But we have the beauty that we're playing them again on Friday, so we can speak to him and make sure he's all right. And that's the right thing to do. I think it's the right thing to make sure the player's all right. It's good to see what we do next, really, in terms of the whole situation with racism, because for me, it feels like it's never really been away at all. But at the same time, I do have the situation where I'm like, you know what? How do you stop it? How do you stop it, in a sense? Because I don't know how you stop it. That's the thing. I don't know if it's going to be a case as what the FIFA president said. You're going to play more games behind closed doors if it does. So Barry Bannon is looking forward to the weekend, this game as well, but he's made it very, very clear, and I think it was good for him to come out and say the stuff that he said on it. He have been given some pelt by some people saying, about him wanting to play on and get going and stuff. I think at the time, he just wanted to make sure he didn't know what was going on, like a lot of them, and then it got passed to him by Palmer and others that what was happening. So you never know. It's going to be an interesting one. It'll be interesting to see if and when Danny Ruddle comes on to talk about the game and talk about this week's preparation. I can imagine, again, we're not going to have any talk about any transfers in. I can see that being very quiet indeed. Just talking about how we go on. And he'll probably have a bit to say about this as well. I can guarantee you we'll have a bit to say about it. But we'll cover that in the next part of this video. But let's just back players and anyone who gets abused. If our players actually went off because another opposition player like Palmer was getting abused, or say one of our own players, I think we've got 13 black players in our team. You walk off, and it's the right thing to do. But that's what Barry Bannon has said. So Danny's had his say in the press conference as well now, and he spoke very much heavily about transfer window. He was saying how he got to convince players to come to Sheffield, trying to get them in to here. It's been hard to do. He wants to try and get more players in, and we'll try and get the players he wants in as soon as possible. He just keeps going down his list. Now, he said sometimes he managed to convince them to come. get everything done, and then for whatever reason, sometimes it's location, sometimes it's money, sometimes it's other stuff. I know people are going to hear that bit where I said money and go, oh, DC. Sometimes it's going to be right for the player to come, kind of thing. You've got to think of if said player's got a family, he's going to make sure it's right that what he's getting is right for him and his family. He said how he wants to have a good balance between the players that are here and the new players, and hopefully get the positions he wants in sooner than he wants, basically. He spoke about the Smith and interest with Gregory as well, and he said it's very similar situations. They can have the interest, but they've got to put the right terms in front of them for them to let them to go. So it's like very similar to players that we've wanted to come to us. We might have got everything agreed with a player, but we haven't got the right terms with the club. Or it could be that the term for the club is right, but the term with the player isn't right. And it's the same situation, trying to find that thing. Now, there is going to be a change at the weekend. We will not be seeing James Beadle in net cut tight, and we won't be seeing Cam Dawson. Could Cam Dawson have picked up or not? So Pierce Charles will be playing his debut at the weekend, and it'll be good to see how he does. There's been a lot of people calling for him to start for a bit, so it'll be good to see how he plays and how he gets on. And he said he probably might see some changes, some youth team players on the bench, but he said he wants a strong squad going into this. He then spoke to Joe Cran. That first part of the questioning was BBC Radio Sheffield. He trained well, talking about Pierce Charles, saying he's ready to come, and he knew on Wednesday he was going to have his debut. He also spoke about how a cut run is a good thing or bad thing. He said it's competition he wants to go through. Some team play a stronger team going forward, and he thinks that's what he's going to do. Why do you think He said, the question was, why do you think the market's been very difficult? Because we're not the only club struggling to get players in. A lot of clubs have struggled. And he said, thinks it's a domino effect with the market. One moves, then the rest will go as well. I think for some players and teams, it's about the club getting the right deal for, say, one of their players before they let one go. We kind of done that a little bit. And it's that whole kind of thing where he wants to get things done and dusted. They spoke about Sam Reid, and he said Reid is someone who could possibly come into the starting lineup. They like him a lot. They think he's a very good talent, and it's one that they keep looking at and just keeping an eye on. And it's also good Charles didn't go out on loan because we now need him more than ever. And he said he'll try and get people in and get everyone ready and prep ready for the start of the window and get more players in. I thought Alex Miller spoke really well about some of the things as well, saying how he finding the market. Why do you think the market's not flowing as well? And it's very, very similar. And I think you've got the thing is, there's a lot of things that are going on in this market. There's only really, if I can go to Guy Thoughts a minute, I think there's only really Plymouth who has actually done any big business in terms of the situation that's going on at the moment. So let's go Championship, let's go transfers. Right, these are what are done. Let's have a look. That's Arsenal. I don't want the Prem. I would like. Where is it? I had it up the other day. I managed to have it where I was able to go to the Championship and speak about who's done what, and it hadn't told me. Where is it? Palmer, Twine. Where is it? There was something about transfers. Oh, why are you showing me the Premier League in that? I don't care about the Premier League. There was one where it showed me all of the transfers. It wasn't Guy Thorpe, was it? Let me try and find this in a moment. But it's one of those things. There's not many, like I say, there's not many clubs doing much business at the minute. Championship transfers 2024. Here we go. Winter transfer ins and out. Here we go. So Birmingham got one in. Doozle from QPR. Blackburn have got 3 in and 2 out. Bristol City have got 4 in, but also got 3 out. Cardiff have got none out in and got 3 out. Coventry's only got 1 in and 1 out. Huddersfield have picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 out. Hull have picked up 3. One of them was a recall though, so technically just a loan. So they technically brought in 1, and 2 have gone out. Ipswich have brought 2 in, 3 out. Leeds have brought none in, and 4 have gone out. Leicester have brought in 1 and 2 out. Middlesbrough brought 2 in, 2 out. Millwall 1 and 1 out. Norwich have brought in none and 4 out. Plymouth have brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. And bear in mind, but when you look at what Plymouth had go out, they've had a loan recall, they've had Gillespie go, they've had Wright go, they've also had Cundy go to Stoke, who got recalled. So they had about 4 players to 5 players go out already. So they needed to replace them. Preston have got none in and only a couple out. QPR none. They loaned 3 out. Again, Rotherham none in. And then 2 recalled by clubs and stuff, and 1 loan. We brought 2 in and 1 out. Southampton the same. 2 in, 2 out. Stoke have brought in 3 and lost 2. Sunderland has only brought back in Elliot Emberton. He'd been recalled by Derby. Recalled from his Derby County loan spell. Swansea got none in. Watford have got none in. And West Brom have got 1 in. So out of all of them, Stoke, Plymouth, Huddersfield, Hull, technically, and Bristol City and Blackburn, they're the ones who got the most in, kind of thing. It's not that much going into this window. There's a lot of players not moving yet. I think it's going to be a domino effect with some of them. So we'll see what happens. But it's been good to see what he says. We'll see how he gets on. But let's see how we do over the weekend. There will be a preview at about 5 o'clock. And then, like I said, there is no roundup tonight. The roundup and the debrief will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. So please be there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.